Going on to all my Sagittarius, so let's get into it. All right, so you have the Ace of Wands, the Hermit, the Five of Cups, the Tower, the Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Sun, the Magician, and last but not least, we have the Six of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here for the Sagittarius, right, is okay, let's see. So I'm seeing how for you Sagittarians, people are just, how do I say this? People whom you are very much so was in a relationship with, whom you're not with anymore, are very much so quite still lost about what it is that they did to you and how wrong they are. They keep acting like they don't know what it is that they did wrong, because they don't necessarily have a moral perspective, and which is good. But see, the problem with that is because moralism holds you back. But what makes it terrible for them is the fact that they don't have any internal compass to actually reel themselves back in so that they can have a direction of what was the point of them doing that. So this person played all these people in general. They played all these games with you Sagittarians, right? They would do things to get on your nerves. They would act like they don't have any type of common sense. They're just dizzy, right? They were dizzy when they were with you, right? All over the place, and hard at hearing, right? And the thing is that the Five of Cups represents how the Five of Cups is that so they're thinking about, what it is that they did, right? And what they could have did better. But it's like, you Sagittarians are gone now. You're not hanging out with them because they were too caught up with that. And it's a real dizzy mentality, because when they are around you, they act like they don't know the difference between functional and dysfunctional. But then when they're not around you, now it's like, okay, now that they shouldn't have done that. But they're playing games because it's an oxymoron. They should have stopped playing games a long time ago. Them being dizzy the way that they are and acting like they don't know any better and doing all this outstandingly disrespectful things with no justifiable cause as to why they're doing it with you is lame. And then now that they're coming back and trying to, understand what they did, the Tower is really them, how it is that it's tearing them up, because they now they understand after they're not with you anymore, right? Now they get it. Now that you've done turned your back, right? Or now that you've done turned your back, right? Now they get it. Now they want to act like they understand. But I will say this, though, to you Sagittarians. Don't go back to this particular person, okay? Or to these people, okay? Because over the time of me reading for you Sagittarians, I'm seeing a pattern here with a lot of you Sagittarians. And one of the patterns that I'm seeing is a lot of you a lot of you Sagittarians, I said pattern. A lot of you Sagittarians can be with people and it ends up dysfunctionally, because you Sagittarians may have too much of a cool demeanor. People may take your kindness for weakness. So if you're going to leave them alone, leave this person alone and move on to other people, okay? Completely. a whole other person. The next time I read for Sagittarians, you either need to be emotionally healing or you need to be moving on to somebody else. Okay? Because Sagittarius, y'all are a zodiac sign that can stick around a little bit too long, longer than you should. And the Three of Pentacles now is, the Three of Pentacles is, this is you now being in a situation where, and you Sagittarians are just kind of being Sagittarius, right? Off to yourself, doing what you do, hanging out with your friends, right? Some of you may be, off by yourselves, in your own world, doing your own thing. Some of you Sagittarians can be, basically you're enjoying yourselves. And the Chariot is that you're not in any kind of hurry at all to get into a new relationship, it seems. The Sun is, as for right now, you're having a lot of fun being single. You're having fun right now being a single Sagittarius, right? And it has the horse in it, right? And the Sagittarius represents the horse, right? Conjunction with the person. So this card, this two amalgamation, right, can also represent Sagittarius too, is what I'm also getting. So as well as it, right, the Sun represents Leo, but the person and the horse can represent Sagittarius at the bottom, right? So this is about how, like I said, you Sagittarians are just really having fun being single, because a lot of you Sagittarians kind of know the disappointment of relationships and how dizzy and dysfunctional they can end up being. And a lot of you Sagittarians are just like, it is what it is. Kind of wondering about what is the point, right? But the thing is that the Magician and the Six of Pentacles is about how you Sagittarians just trying to figure out what it is that you need to do for yourselves. And I will say this though, the Six of Pentacles, don't be surprised if you do have people calling you, your friends calling you right around now, or your family members calling you, because I'm really seeing you Sagittarians just doing your own thing. And obviously people are going to wonder what you're doing when you make yourself scarce. So all right, so let's clarify some cards. Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. All right, the Moon, the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Cups, right? So the Moon is, you're doing your own thing, okay? You're by yourselves, you're doing your own thing, dealing with the emotional baggage that you come with, figuring it out, doing, being what Sagittarians do, learning how to let go. The Six of Cups is that those thoughts are very much up in your head, and you're, like I said, you're learning how, you're taking time to detach yourself from that stuff, as well as the Seven of Cups represents people are thinking about you a lot. They're wondering what it is that you're doing. And the Ten of Cups is how, people ain't hear from you for a while, and they're like, what exactly is going on? So yeah. Now let's clarify the so the intrigue is there, but the question is that will you Sagittarians actually hang out with these people, right? They are your friends. They are people who will be trying to see what's going on with you, right? Your social circle. It's just that you Sagittarians are kind of keeping distance from your own social circle, right? Now let's clarify the Magician. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a situation for you where a lot of y'all, to clarify the Magician, a lot of you Sagittarians are not necessarily really how do I say this? You're developing an attitude where you're very much so detached from pretty much everybody, including your friends, because um, it's not anything personal against your friends. It's more so the world in general, where a lot of you Sagittarians are like, again, you just don't, how do I say this, like you're going through changes, you're going through your own emotional baggage, you're figuring it out, right? And a lot of people don't pour into you or invest into you the way that they should, because they like to make excuses for it. And with that being said, right, which is the Ace of Pentacles, with that being said, you think that people just kind of look and not really take you into consideration or even care. And the things that the Wheel of Fortune is, I will say this though, stay away from Cancer crabs, okay? Because every time I have seen a Sagittarius end up with a Cancer, it's been their downfall. PNB Rock is another example. Every single time. And I've seen this in about, me personally, knowing what the zodiac signs were, right? Maybe I've seen more combinations like this and didn't know the zodiac signs, but every time I saw a Sagittarius coupled up with the Cancer, it never ended up well for the Sagittarius, ever. And you Sagittarians may be asking yourselves, well, how many relationships have I seen where I've known the zodiac signs? About 4. And 4 out of 4 times in those relationships, the Cancer has always given the Sagittarius a downfall. PNB Rock is one. PNB Rock was a Sagittarius. PNB Rock's consort, the person that he had the little one with was a Cancer. See how, you know what I mean? We all know the story to that. How the Cancer that PNB Rock was with pretty much put the location up, and we saw what happened. So this is what happens. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, like I said, it represents, just kind of stay away from Cancer crabs too, because the Wheel of Fortune does represent Cancer crabs. But also too, it represents how you need to watch out for just kind of how things are starting to turn in your favor. And things are turning in your favor because you're doing the emotional work. And continue to do what you're doing where you're making yourself scarce, because then people will understand your value more. But that's it. Peace.